drones were detected flying over our military installations, over 100 to be exact, and that came straight out of the mouth of General Gregory Gillett, commander of NORAD and U.S. Northern Command. These were not just toys, these were intelligence gathering, signal jamming, and potentially weaponized drones. These incursions happened while the Biden administration sat on their hands, allowing bureaucracy and interagency dysfunction to run the show. I see a lot of military here right now. You guys all know that bureaucracy many times can be our worst enemy. Now that President Trump is back in office, thank God, we finally have strong leadership again, but cleaning up Biden's national security blunder is no small task. Our military installations are still extremely vulnerable. As hearing just sitting here from some of my colleagues, we have the CCP, Iranian proxies, Mexican cartels, they all know this. We are here today to fix that, and let me be crystal clear. As I'm sure many of you would agree, if you are flying unauthorized drones over military installations, you should expect it to be shot down. Don't expect Uncle Sam to pay for either. My opinion is play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Now, Admiral Spendro, I've heard directly from General Gillett in February, 350 drones incursions over 100 military installations in 1 year. I know that this is not your fault directly, but this is a massive security gap and an utter failure. Under current authorities, what is preventing base commanders from neutralizing these immediately, in my opinion, going out there with a shotgun and shooting these things down?
Well, thank you, ma'am, for the question. I wish it were as simple as shooting it with a shotgun, but it's not.
Depending on elevation, but what's stopping it? Is it still the bureaucratic red tape and sign-offs? Because in my opinion, if you're flying something like this that can collect jam communications, maybe carry explosives, collect surveillance on classified systems, I don't think that you should have to be required to make a phone call. I think that if you see it, you should shoot it down.
Yes, under 130I, unauthorized surveillance would meet the standard for engagement. If it were interfering with your operations, it would meet the standard for engagement. If you're not a 130I, then again, back to the rules of engagement and establishing hostile intent or hostile act. But you may get there. So just the presence of that drone over your base may meet hostile intent or hostile act. There is not a set of circumstances, I can tell you, in every case, and go down a checklist, okay, you met it, go ahead and shoot.
Sir, I mean, I think you might agree. If you are flying a drone in any capacity, I don't care if it's civilian or not, over military installation, I don't even think you should have to go to a checklist. I think that it should automatically be taken down.
Yeah, and that's the preference to invoke 130I, is to relieve that burden, because we do agree that unauthorized access to our bases poses a threat. Even if there aren't sensitive activities, it does provide surveillance of our force posture, our weak points, our vulnerabilities, descriptions, geographic details of the base.
All of the information, right?
They can gather intelligence piece by any means necessary. So we do want 130I protection because we'd like to relieve that burden. Now, engagement still needs to meet the standard, the responsible standard. You have to do a collateral damage assessment before you can engage.
Well, I have a
anywhere.
feeling with this administration and the members on this panel, I think that you'll probably get there. So help is on the way in that regard. Mr. Diddleson, hopefully I said that okay. Do you believe that foreign adversaries like China and Iran exploit the jurisdictional chaos under the previous administration to increase their drone activity over U.S. territories?
Yes, Congresswoman. I think our adversaries take advantage of every weakness that we have in our system, and they're constantly probing, trying to find an entry point.
Okay. Well, let me just be crystal clear for the record. If you fly a drone over an American military base, it should be blown out of the sky. I don't think that this is a controversial perspective to have. No phone calls, no paperwork, no permission slips. But under the Biden message, I think it was more or less the message of fly wherever you want. We'll kind of deal with it later. But be crystal clear, under this administration, the message is FAFO. For decorum sakes, we won't interpret that, but just mess around, find out. You guys all know what that means. We have the technology, we have the capability, but what we lacked up until now is the courage to act without apology. This isn't about drones, it's about deterrence. It's about restoring the kind of unapologetic strength that keeps our enemies